let's go to section 3. About the dividing algorithm. Okay, and I'm continuing page 271. Last time we discussed about the dividing the polynomial using the what? Long division, am I right? Yeah, this time. We will discuss about synthetic division. What? So let's pick up the example directly and discuss. Why not? Example 3, page 271. So, what is the question? Divide a polynomial by, and what is the question? Using synthetic division. So, and using form 1. Let's go. What do you need to do first? You have to set up the synthetic table. So set up this. What I needed to put here? Do you remember synthetic division? What I needed to put here? What?
Just the coefficients.
That's right. Coefficient of dividend, right? So what is it?
It should have been
Keep going.
-7, 0.
Very good.
5.
Good job. Don't missing this, right? So and then here, what I needed to apply? Your zeros. This is your factor. And what is your zeros?
Step 3.
Good. Very good. And then what is technique? Down here, and then multiply with this, and write down here, and then add up. -1. And then multiply again here, and -3. And then add up, and then multiply, and then write down here, add up. Yep. Because you have just to divide by x minus 3 linear factor, so you're done by one step. Here, how can you interpret it? What's the meaning of this number? What's the meaning of these numbers?
-4 is the remainder.
That's right. Good. This is the remainder.
Yeah.
What about this? Quotient. But this is not a polynomial. How do you write down? From here, how do you decide quotient? By constant first order, second order, right? So what? Is this? Yes. Right. So now, just to clean up and summarize it, what they mean is by notation, dividend. What they mean this one by notation, divisor. Am I right? So, by form 1, what is form 1? P of x divided by x minus 3 equal to what?
Quotient.
Yeah, what is quotient?
2x squared
Uh-huh.
minus 3.
What? You forget and then you have to really remember by the what? Simple example like 32 divided by 9 or something like that, right? And then you will see clearly, right? What is formula here? Plus, no, plus what? Huh? plus what?
R over, RX over D.
R over D. So what?
So negative 4 over X minus 3.
Good job. This is your answer. Yes? Your negative can be here. Yes? Good. This is very simple, easy problem. If I ask form 2, how do you write down? Five equal to what?
Divisor
Mhm.
X minus 3 times 2x squared minus X minus 3 plus negative 4.
So you can write down. And maybe this, and then you can write down. Yes? Good. Okay. So we know how to handle. Any question?
Where's the negative 3 and the negative 9 coming from?
9? Negative 9?
You're multiplying by the 3, so she multiplied the 2
I don't have
that
a
she had
negative.
left by 3 to get 6, the negative 1 by 3 to get the negative 3, the negative 3 by 3 to get negative 9. So it's like a zigzag.
Oh, technique.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
So the bottom number is like
Down
3 times-
here, multiply with this, and then write down here, yes.
Yeah.
And then add it
So, like,
together,
up, down,
and
up,
then
down.
down here, and then multiply this one with this again, and then
Oh.
write down here, da 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 da. Yes,
Okay.
good. That's the synthetic division. Okay, page 272. Very important two theorem is coming. 100% all the time in the exam. Test 1 and final. Remainder theorem. Another important thing is what? Vector theorem. What is it? Remainder theorem is what? If polynomial P of X is divided by a factor X minus C, and then the remainder is P of C. Yes? Okay, that's the remainder theorem. Don't memorize just the word. You have to understand it. We will go there. Okay, so using baby example, here, baby example, like a previously example 3. By synthetic division, we already know what? Remainder was negative 4. Am I right? Yeah, let's use. Yeah. Same example 3. Find R of X of P of X, previous one, using remainder theorem. What they mean? So here, we have to understand, what is your factor? What is your factor? Previous example, what is your factor? Factor. What is your factor? Factor means polynomial. Linear factor means what? Linear polynomial, right? What is your factor? Previous question. Example 3 is previous question. What is your factor?
X minus 3?
Good. Am I right? Am I right? So find the remainder. Oh, we're missing. Find the remainder of R of X divided by T of X. Sorry, missing D of X, right? And then what? D of X is X minus 3, isn't it? So how do you find it? By the remainder theorem. R of x should be equal to what? Remember the theorem. Huh?
-4.
No.
Oh,
You don't do the synthetic division. How do you find the remainder? I'm not interested about quotient. What is your remainder? Remainder theorem. What is it? Huh? Read it. This is your English, not my language. My second language, but this is your first language. What they mean is?
-4?
No.
Okay,
Forget
so,
about this. You use what? You use the synthetic division and you got the quotient and remainder, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to spend the time. Only my question is this. Find the remainder directly using remainder theorem.
okay,
Read the
so
remainder theorem. How do you find the remainder?
plug the factor in the P of X, like.
So what? P of what?
X minus 3?
Over D.
P of, no, don't put that
Two.
factor. P of what?
2 parentheses
Oh
X
my-
minus 3. No.
Here. This is your linear factor. What is your
Right.
zeros?
3.
3.
3.
Yes. Actually not the zeros. Zeros means different. So, remainder theorem means what? When P of X is divided by this, yes. What is the remainder? Sometimes 0, sometimes not 0. So what? To figure out the remainder, you have to do what? P of
X. Oh.
3.
3. Thank you. Thank you. You should understand your remainder theorem, yes. So, how do you find the P of 3? Its value. So, substitute.
So, 2 parentheses 3.
Yeah,
close.
2 parentheses 3 fours, right? Oh, 3,
It's cubed.
sorry, cube. Minus
7
7,
parentheses 3
Uh-huh.
squared plus 5.
good. So, compute it. It's 27,
So,
2 is 54.
47.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 9, 7 is 63. Plus 5. So, what is it? -4. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Should be same. But this case, you use the what? Remainder theorem. Am I right?
Right.
Good. You should do not confuse about it. Sometimes I'm asking what? Find the factor. Find the linear factor. Sometimes I will gonna ask what? Remainder. Sometimes I will ask zeros.
So what the difference is the process. Okay.
No, word. What they mean? What I'm asking by zeros. What I'm asking by a linear factor. What I'm asking by what? What something. Yes. Here I know because I teach morning time and you guys already forgot. Read 259. Read again. Real zeros of polynomial. Read 259. I don't want to mention again. 259 in the box. What they mean the real zeros of polynomial. What's the meaning? You should understand the language. This is not my own language. This one standard language by the textbook. Okay. So maybe I will ask you using the 259 later. What is the factor theorem? I'm gonna copy. Go back to 252. Factor theorem. If C is a 0, P of X, and then if and only if X minus C is a what? Linear factor. Yes?
Oh.
Yeah, that's your, English. Yes? Okay? Yeah. Good. And then, baby example. Not in the book, baby example. Let's say P of X is equal to, let's say, X minus 2, X plus 3. How many linear factors do you have? 2. What's the order of this polynomial? Degree what?
1. No.
What's the degree of this polynomial?
2.
2, of course, x times x, right? Okay. So here, find all real zeros. What is your zeros? How do you answer? What did you answer?
2 and -3?
Good job. Don't say x minus 2 and then x plus 3. Yes. These are zeros, yes? You understand? A baby example. Okay, so we understand. Now, more. So if you don't read the book, you cannot catch exact meaning. So read the book, please. Okay, and then real problem, page 273. Example number 5. And P of x is equal to x cubed minus 7x plus 6. Show that P of 1 equal to 0. 2. And factor P of x using all linear vectors. Okay, let's go. Number 1, easy. So what I need to do for number 1? Substitute 1, yes. Good. So P of 1 is equal to substitute. It's 0, right? What they mean? What they mean P of 0 is 0? Sorry. What they mean P of 1 is 0? Do you understand what they mean is?
1 is a 0.
Huh? What is zeros? What is zeros of P?
1.
Good. And then what is the linear factor of P?
So it's x minus 1?
Very good. Am I right? Yeah? Okay, let's move to number 2. So now, from the number 1, we can write down, because x minus 1 is one of vector, times q of x. So we have to find the q of x. Yes? Am I right?
Yes.
Good. What is q of x? How do you find it? Synthetic division, isn't it? Yep, because we want to break down, right? So, what? 1, 0, negative 7, 6. Am I right? And 1. So, okay. 1, 1, 1, 1, negative 6, negative 6, 0. Am I right? So what is your Q? What is your Q of x?
1, 1, negative 6.
So, don't answer like that. Should be polynomial, right? So what is your Q? What is your Q?
X squared plus
What?
x squared plus x minus 6.
Isn't it? And by you see that this one, you have to go one step synthetic division, but not necessary because that's easy to factor out, right? So directly go. How to? Am I right? Am I right? So, what did you answer? This is your answer. Yes? It's good? Do you understand? Yeah, because this one is substitute here. Make a question. Looks like I already say I don't know. And then where you don't know. Where you don't know.
I have a question. What does that green thing say above example 3? The green example 3, the circle with the example 3. The green writing, what does it say?
No, above the example 3.
Oh, previously.
Previously. Okay.
Sorry. Example 3 is from the previous example. Do you have any question?
Where did the x minus 1 come from? Is that just the,
Yeah, because P of, good question.
P
P
of-
of 1 is 0. It means
Okay.
what? 1 is zeros, right? I already write down here.
yes, okay.
And then you have a x minus 1 as a factor, linear
Okay.
factor. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Very good. So let's get another chance to do. Example 6. Same page.
Wait, keep that.
I have it.
Here, different type of question. Find the polynomial of degree 4. When? What is given condition? When? And we know zeros. Negative 3, 0, 1, and 5 are zeros of P. And what did they say? Coefficient of x cubed x cubed is equal to negative 6. Slightly what? Twist question, yes, but exactly same idea. Okay, how do you start? You know zeros, and then what? You have to convert from the zeros to what? Linear factors of each. So, what is the linear factors of each?
X plus 3. No. Yeah, X plus 3.
X plus 3.
The 0 is throwing me off.
So what?
X plus
It's
one.
just X.
That's right. Keep going.
X minus 1.
Good.
X minus 5.
Good. Yeah. So you have 4 linear factors, right? And then what's the degree if I multiply?
4.
Good. So it's matching with this, yes?
Mhm.
Okay, and then set up. But you don't know. Nobody say what will be your leading coefficient, am I right? So in general, P of x can be represented by what? A, some constant, right? X plus 3 times x minus 1 times x minus 5. Am I right? Do you understand?
Yes.
And then open.
What's the A?
A is good. A is some coefficient or constant.
Just like any constant. Any
Because I don't say anything, you don't know anything, right? But I only know this. Later we will use this. Yes?
I have a quick question, and it's probably just something I missed from last time. I understand, but I need to know why we took the originals and made them negatives. Like their sign changed when we changed them with the
Sign
X.
change, why?
Yeah, so we took the -3, right? And now it's X plus 3?
Yeah.
Why are they
Why sign
they
change?
sign changed?
Zeros.
Okay.
Zeros.
Thank you.
You said it equal to.
Okay, and then open it. And then we check the coefficient of x cubed, right? Let's go. So you need to expand it. So it is equal to, let's do 2 by 2. Why not? Because we cannot do by one shot. This is the way to compute. Am I right? And then we will go this together by the So multiply. Let's multiply one by one. So what? Multiply this. Multiply this. Am I right? And then multiply this. And then here, right? Multiply this. Multiply this. Am I right? Together. So what is your result? Am I right? Isn't it? So it is what? So distribute A. Am I right?
Professor, can you explain how, like, the steps? Because you went kind of a little fast. From,
This one multiply this one. Term by term. Right?
so
Yeah.
we combined them at first? Like in the first step, we combined the four?
This is not a unique way. You can do different way.
I'm saying
Anyway,
there's
what
no
is
point.
our goal? What is our goal? Expand it.
I'm saying, like, can you explain the steps because you went a little too fast?
Yeah.
You just do
Okay. We know that degree is 4. Am I right? And we know 4 factors. So we have to multiply everything here, right?
Okay.
And we don't know what will be the leading coefficient. So put A, yes, as a constant, arbitrary constant. And then we needed to distribute like this, yes? So up to you, which way you go. I don't complain it.
Oh,
So
doesn't matter.
I just choose this 2, I just choose this 2, yes? And this is easy, so this is this. And this one is this.
Yes.
There is no rule.
And then you guys both put together?
And then yes, again, this one multiply this one multiply this, and like that.
And then by the A2?
Yes, later I distribute A everywhere. Yep. So nothing difficult. This is a very standard way to go. Yes. Now, we're gonna use this condition. Yeah. So what should be negative 6? This one should be negative 6. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. So what? So what is A?
Negative 6.
What?
A is negative 6.
Because it's a 2 times.
A is a 2. Yes. Am I right? So what is your polynomial? Therefore, what is your polynomial?
Because where she has the negative 3 number.
2x to the 4.
Your P of x is what?
Oh, okay.
2x fourths
Negative 3.
minus 6x cubed minus 26x squared plus 30x. This is hard. This is the easiest one, unfortunately.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, like, how
Yeah.
did you get 2 for A? I was kind of confused on that.
Okay,
Divided.
so
A is
where she
unknown.
has negative 3a, and it says up there, we know we need negative 6 for our coefficient of x cubed. You're figuring out what multiplies by negative 3 to give you negative 6. That's where she got the 2.
Oh, yes, she said
Of
that.
course, you have to matching. Yes, coefficient. You have to understand the meaning of coefficient.
I mean,
Yes.
but she's explaining it and you're not, so I mean, that's the difference.
I teach high school math, I'm used to this.
I mean, like, I don't know what she's not getting, but okay, cool.
Okay.
All that matters is that we collectively got there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How to do a steady section.
I mean, y'all are great students, if it makes you feel any better. My freshmen, I have to break stuff down, they don't know how to multiply and divide, so.
Me barely.
Now let's skip this exercise. Why? Because repeat again. Here. Move to the next section, 3.4. Real zeros of polynomial. But you see that somebody already read the syllabus carefully? We skip this. Why? I'm going to give you a very simple example. Skip this, but please read page 276 in the box. I will explain what they mean. But I don't ask in the exam because we skipped this section. Why? Too much messy. Not hard, but too much mess stuff. Okay, it's a polynomial, right? Of degree 3. What is your leading coefficient? This is the easiest case.
1.
1. What is your constant?
24.
Good. What is the question? Vector px. Here, because degree 3 is not easy to, what is that? But we know that there are 3 if exist, and then there should have 3 zeros. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. Now, how do you find the zeros in general? That's in 276. This is easy case I already told you. This is 1, and then very easy. Only focusing on this. Figure out the dividers. What is your dividers?
Got
Eh?
6.
Two. So,
Am I right? And even plus minus, plus minus, plus minus. Am I right?
Yes.
So nobody wants to test this. How many? Oops. 14. Nobody wants to test. But basic idea is what? After you understand the divisor, we need to check what? What is the P of 1? What is the P of negative 1? What is da 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 da? What is P of negative 24? What is P of 24? You have to check. And if you check everything, what is the result? Your result will be, from here, we obtain P of 2, P of 3, and P of negative 4 only is equal to 0. Yes? The other one will not be, just like a random example. You can check, because I don't want to do 14 example. If I put 1, what is it? P of 1 is what? 1 minus 1, am I right?
yes.
And, oh sorry, 1 minus 1 is negative 14 plus 24, is not 0, am I right?
Right.
So 1 is not your 0, yes?
Right.
Good. Similarly, negative 1. Negative 1 and negative 1, so negative 2, right? Plus 14. So, yeah, it cannot be 0. You see? You have to do everything. I don't want to do. I told you. So what? We got this result. And then what? How many zeros do you have? By this testing. Yes. And then what is your order?
What was the question?
What is your order of the polynomial?
Oh,
3.
So enough, right? So here what we know? 2, 3, negative 4 are zeros, real zeros of P of X. Am I right?
Okay, so this one you just find the divisors of the constant and you just try
That's
all
right.
of them?
Yes.
Okay.
But
Too much.
in general, even go to 276, nobody guarantee your leading coefficient is 1. Your leading coefficient is not 1, and then crazy.
If it's not 1, you multiply the leading coefficient by the constant.
No, and then you have to think about, yes, let's say this is just a minute. So here, like this case. So I already know what is the 3 linear factors. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
So now, what is your leading coefficient? What is your leading coefficient?
1.
Yeah. So you don't need A. Yes, your A is 1. Am I right? Your A is 1. So what? Your P of X is equal to what? Just multiply of these 3. Do you understand? Do you understand? Yeah. Very looks like a simple, but not really. Take too much time. Yeah. And you are curious, and then you go when your leading coefficient is not 1. It's crazy. You will see. I won't ask this one in the exam because I already know.
Because it takes forever and she's.
Yeah. 277. I just want to show. 277. If your P of X is 2x cubed plus x squared minus 13x plus 6. And then this is here looks like a P. This is looks like your Q by your information. Yeah, we mentioned that. And then What do you need to think about? You have to think about the divisor of P, divisor of Q, and then make a fraction. You know what I mean? You will see. What is the divisor of this? So it's crazy. This is 2 is still easy.
What's that green thing over 2x cubed?
It's a P.
P and Q.
P, oh, sorry. So divisors is what? Plus minus 1, plus minus 2. Am I right?
Correct.
What is the divisor of this?
Plus minus one.
Yeah,
Plus
plus
minus
minus 1,
three,
plus minus 2, plus
three,
minus
and
3,
six.
And
plus
six.
minus 6. By this, what do you need to think about it? How many you have to think about it? You have to make a P over Q.
8. 8 of them.
All P over Q's. But what? Here, like 1 over 3. Oh no, 1 over 2, you see? Or negative 1 over 2. How I choose?
Oh, it's like 16 of them.
See how crazy it is. I choose positive or negative and I choose this. Am I right? Oh, sorry, here. Yes? Or, I don't want to go everything. Or, keep going. What is possible? Another one? So, let's say, how about that is 1. And then what? 1 over 1 or negative 1 over 1. Yeah? Keep going everything. Like 2 over 1, 2 over negative 1, da 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 da. You know what I mean? So sum of them is what? I don't want to really go. What? Like 3 over 2 minus 3 over 2, da 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 da. You see? So that's the reason I don't want to go. That's the reason I don't want to go. And this kind of crazy test, what you obtain? What is only 0? Only 0 is what? Yeah. Possible zeros is this. Still too many. Yeah? But what do you need to do? Oh, no. Possible zeros. Oh, no, I'm sorry. So you will get, by this, you will get this kind of stuff. But let me see. So this is this. Not zeros. So here, we obtain only zeros at what? Only we obtain P of 2 is 0. P of 1/2 is 0. You have to test everything. Right? I don't want to go. And P of negative 3 equal to 0. And then what can we do? So here what they mean? Only. So degree 3, I found 3 zeros, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Now. So x minus 2. Here, x minus 1/2. X plus 3 are linear factors, right? Now, what's the difference? What is your leading coefficient?
2.
Yes. Therefore, your P is what? Why I put the 2? Because this is x, x, x. Yes? Yeah. So it is what? Am I right? Here, what is the advanced way to represent? This is all multiplication, right? So I want to multiply this one here and make a what? Not a fraction.
Right.
Here, so this is equivalent to what? Yes? Up to you. This one,
Yeah.
fine. This one is better.
Okay.
Now, Do you understand what is the what is the highest order term? Here, what is the highest order term? X times 2x times x, right? Am I right? So 2x cubed. What is the highest order term? X times x times x times 2. So what is it? 2x squared. So it means what? This one and this one is exactly equivalent. Yes?
Wait, can I ask you something?
Yeah, just a minute. So, if you have a 0, 1/2, your 0 is 1/2, and then what is weight? You can write down it as a linear factor like that or like that. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
So why did the two only go to the one in the middle?
Because you can multiply everywhere. But because I'm not happy about this fraction form, so I just multiply to the second part. Yes? Yeah, of course. No question?
Okay, so the degree of the polynomial is how many zeros you will have, right?
Yes, we will go later. But so far it is easy examples. So today we have to touch more. Yeah. So I don't want to spend the time for 3.4. Let's move to 3.5. Here, 3.5 is very important. Including complex zeros. And because we including complex zeros, and then we can talk about what? Fundamental theorem of algebra. And then from here, we can discuss about what? Complete factorization. Here, one baby example. Let's say P of x equal to x squared plus 1. Yes? Yeah? Here, what's the degree?
2.
Yes. Find all zeros of P, including complex zeros. How do you find the zeros when you have a polynomial? Read 259. Maybe not right page. What they mean finding zeros? How do you finding zeros from polynomial?
From the
X
coefficient?
gives you a y value of 0. Whatever x value gives you y is 0.
So what they mean? Solve what?
That's all for solve for x. Solve for y.
I know you looks like understanding. To find the zeros, what do you need to do? By the page 259, solve what? P of x equal to 0. And find the solution. That is the zeros. Am I right? You understand? So, solve what? What's the name of this equation? Quadratic equation. Okay, how do you solve? What do you want to do?
You wanna get an exponent, so.
Okay? And then x squared equal to what?
Negative 1.
Negative
Yeah?
one.
And then what next? Your common mistake part.
This
What is next?
absolute value of x.
Not yet.
Square root
Square root, still good.
of both sides.
And then what is the left hand side?
The absolute value.
Very good. How about? What is the right hand side?
Plus or minus. No?
What is the right hand side?
No.
Negative 1.
Oh wait, is it I? Is it
Good.
I root
Oh.
1? Okay.
Still don't need to be plus minus. Absolute is what? Covering.
It covers all of it.
Can be plus, can be minus. Am I right?
Yes.
Don't mistake anywhere. This is very simple, easy part. I don't want to see mistake. Okay, so after that you have to. This is the two solutions, right? two solutions of equation, am I right?
Yes.
And then how do you find the zeros? Therefore, what is zeros? What is zeros?
I
Good.
plus or minus I, so that's 2.
Plus-
Yeah, isn't it?
And
Good.
then 0. Wait, negative
Eh,
1. Wait.
okay. Right here.
What's the other one? I don't know.
Huh?
There's
Oh.
3. No, there's 2. Oh, it's x squared. Okay. Those are the 2 zeros.
This is your answers, right? This is your answers. Now, let me ask you a second question. Same example. Factor P of X completely. What they mean completely? Before I go to number 2, let's read, if you have a book, please read. Page 287, fundamental theorem is okay. Complete factorization theorem. Go. Complete factorization theorem. 287. If P is the polynomial of degree n, and then always your P of X can be represented by what? Multiplication of n linear factors, right? Including complex one. Yes? Do you understand? That's the complete factorization theorem. So, to go to the complete factorization theorem, this one needs to use the what? How many linear factors? How many linear factors do you need to represent?
2.
Oh, of course, 2. Here. What is your 2 linear factor? I know zeros. And then what is your 2 linear factors? X plus I. And what? Good job. Am I right? Good. And this case, what is your leading coefficient?
1.
Good. So, how do you represent your P of X?
X plus 5.
That's it. This is what? Complete factorization. Yes?
Yes.
You should know. Now let's go to real example, not the baby example. How about, so, complete factorization means what? Your degree of polynomial should be matching with what? Number of linear factors, yes? This is the complete factorization. Okay, and then go to page 288. Example 1, okay. P of X is given. X cubed plus X minus 3. Maybe some of you already learned from the intermediate algebra. Can you factor out this? Hint. First question. What is a good way to ask? Okay. Find all zeros. I don't say anything. It means what? We already include the complex. Yes? What is all zeros? How many zeros you have to find?
3.
Yeah. You can use the 3.4, but I said I don't want to, emphasize 3.4, right? Too complicated. But this is easy case. What is divisor? Because this is easy. Or another way, so you can use the 3.4. This is divisor is only 1 and 3, right?
Right.
So only 4 cases. Plus 1, minus 1, plus 3, minus 3, right? I don't want to go that way. If you know some technique, looks like there is a similarity. Am I right?
Yeah.
So here, what is the common factor?
X minus 3?
Am I right?
Yes.
And then what is the common factor by this and this? Am I right? And then remainder is what? Isn't it? It's good? You follow me? This is a not unique way. I want to go this way, but you can do using divisor. Yes. up to you. This is shortcut, so. And then, we already discussed that we need 3 zeros, right?
Yes.
So, from here, we have to find the 2 zeros. How do you find the two more zeros? So here, by this,
Set that
What
equal
is
to
it?
0. Set it to 0.
3 is a 0, right? And how to find
Oh, then plus or minus I.
another 2 zeros?
What? It's not?
How to find another 2 zeros?
It's not plus or minus I?
Good job. Why? We did it before, right? By baby
Well,
example.
a bit also because, I mean, it says x squared plus 1. But yeah, exactly, baby example.
By the previous example, right? That one.
Yeah.
We solve x squared plus 1 equal to 0 and dot 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 dot. We found what? Huh? I and negative I are 2 zeros. Am I right? Yes. Therefore, all zeros are what? 3 negative I, positive I. Yes?
Yes.
Good. Okay, move on. Any questions? Easy? Easy? Yeah? Number 2, same, still example 1. Complete factorization. Factor P of x completely. Or complete factorization. What is your leading coefficient? 1. So you don't need a, yes? So what did you answer?
P of x equals x minus 3, x minus I.
X plus I, X
X
minus
plus
I. Yes? That's it? Is it good? Very simple. Move on another example. Example 2. Let me ask, how many visit North 925?
Wait, what?
Very good. See, even she doesn't know what they mean.
What did you say?
Explain what they mean.
Tutoring
North,
center.
what is North
It's just the
925?
tutoring center.
Yeah. And then what did you do?
I signed in, they were booked that day, so, we just did it.
And then
They
you
can do
will
it
be one
virtually,
instructor,
they
right?
don't have to like be there, you can do it virtually.
And then you can get what? Some of extra help about the what? Algebra. Because I cannot do all the time algebra. Yes? Yeah. Good?
Is
Okay.
this still considered algebra?
Whatever you can ask in the tutoring lab.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's the tutoring lab means, right? We want to help you maximally.
I think there's an SI for pre-cal too, it's just not for her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. They come in too. Those guys.
Yeah.
Here, this kind of case. I did the previous time what? Looks like a similarity here, so I I pick a what? X minus 3 as a common factor, right? But this one, there is no something like that. Yes? So like this kind of case, what do you need to do? 3.4. But don't worry about that. I don't ask related to 3.4. Maybe my question will be so like this. Slightly change. Evaluate or show that.
I was gonna say, 'cause I hate
Show that P of negative 2 equal to 0. Let's show. Substitute, am I right?
Negative 3 or 2?
Negative
You
2.
too.
Oh, 2.
So check is true or not. P negative 2 is negative 2 cube minus 2 negative 2 plus 4. Am I right? Go. Negative 8 plus 4 equal to 0. Yes. Yep. So by this, because your P of negative 2 is 0, it means what?
Negative 2 is
Good. Negative 2 is what?
a 0.
Good. Very good. So another meaning, what is a linear factor?
X plus 2.
Very good. Okay, number 2. Now, on the number 1, find all zeros. How do you find all zeros? How do you break down?
You have to plug in the quadratic formula.
You have to use the, how do you find the,
We can take out the x plus 2.
yeah, so, but, yeah, and then how do you find another part? Using,
Not the quadratic formula.
see here, P of x, another meaning is what? Another meaning is, what this one means. Equivalent, P of x is divided by x plus 2. Am I right? Am I right? Isn't it? So it means what? It means P of x will be x plus 2 times Q of x. Am I right?
Right.
Plus 0. Isn't it? Do you understand? Here.
I got a question. Can we use a calculator on the test, right?
Yeah, no problem.
Grabbing one?
Yeah, fine. Because I don't ask graphic, directly ask graphic question.
Can we solve this using the quadratic formula?
Huh?
Can we
No.
solve? No.
You cannot. So what do you need to do? To figure out Q of x, what do you need to do?
Oh, because the question is asking for specifically.
How do you find the Q?
It's
See, do you understand? Negative 2 is a 0, yes? And then x plus 2 is a linear factor, right?
Okay.
And then P of x can be written by what? X plus 2 times Q of x plus 0, because your remainder is 0. Am I right?
Okay.
Where'd you get?
How do you find the Q? Just me. How do you find the Q? How do you find the Q of x?
Oh.
Yeah, so, very good. And then, how do you find it? Very good, yes.
The synthetic division.
Good, synthetic or long division. Very good. You have to remind yourself. I don't want to give answer, right? P of x needs to divide by x plus 2, and your remainder should be 0, right? How do you find your quotient? Long division or what? Synthetic division, am I right?
Right.
Yeah, good. So I'm going to use the synthetic division. Synthetic division. So what I need to copy here?
So it's gonna be
1, one what?
Oh, 0.
0,
Minus 2.
And what is there?
2.
2. 1.
1.
Negative
1.
2.
Where did I
Ah,
go?
negative 2.
Oh, yeah, the opposite.
And then what?
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
1 here, negative 2 here, negative 2 here, 4 here, 2 here, negative 4 here. Yes?
Yep.
And then what is your quotient? What is your quotient?
X.
X cubed
Right, this is Q of x. What is it?
X squared.
x squared minus 2x
Yes,
2.
yep. So,
Oh.
so what I know, so far I know what? P of x is,
X plus 2 times x squared minus 2x plus 2.
but, question, oh yeah, but this one still cannot give directly what? 2 zeros, am I right? Yes, so how do you find the 2 zeros? Because I only know 1 0 here, right?
Right.
So how do you find another 2 zeros? Good job! We already did in class today several times, right? Very good. So what? Am I right? And find the solution. Solution is what? Zeros, isn't it? Yeah. So, unfortunately, this one is not factorable, right?
Right.
So what do you need to use to figure out the solution?
The
quadratic.
derivative formula.
Yes.
Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
Am I right? And then always you have to clean up inside first. What is inside? What is inside?
Four times one.
What is inside?
So, 4 minus 8.
So,
9.
2i. And then break down. Again, college algebra, repeating. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So what is your 2 zeros? What is it? 3 zeros?
Negative 2.
Uh-huh.
1 plus I.
Uh-huh.
Plus I and 1 minus I.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So all three you got. Yes. Good. Clear?
Yeah.
And then last question. Factor P of X completely. So what? How do you write down? Here this is zeros, and then what is the all linear factors? What is your linear factors?
X plus 2.
Uh-huh.
X. X plus 1.
Uh-uh. How do you make this? X minus zeros, right? So what?
So X minus 1 minus I.
Good job. Another one is
X minus 1 plus I.
good job. Yes. So your answer is that's your answer. And here you see that always if your zero include the complex one and then this one is together always, right? These are what? I'm sorry, this one. This one is what? Always together. This is what? Conjugate each other, right? Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
If we know one root is I, and then always negative I together, yes?
Mhm.
So here again, if your one root is 1 plus I, and then always another following root is what? 1 minus I, yes? Yeah,
The conjugates.
conjugate, complex conjugate. Yes, any question? Any question?
Yes, can you pause for one?
I know some of you are already not happy, but before you blame me, you have to think about, you really studied, and then if you think you study enough and still you don't understand, and then you have a what? Huh? You can blame me, or you can discuss with me. But you don't study, you blame me, that's very, very what?
Ignorant.
Rude attitude.
Because
An ignorant.
Yep, so I don't want to accept that. Yep.
when you flipped it, when you did the X plus 2.
And my class is always open. Any question available. You cannot follow this class, up to you. Yeah, but that's the way I'm trying to explain as much as I can. Yes, yeah. There is no, yeah, rule. You blame all the time and you don't understand. Not acceptable. Yeah. Can I erase this? Everybody read this already? Hello, here.
Is that Monday?
Yeah, that's fine.
Any question before I move?
The quiz is gonna be 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. like it was last time.
Any question? No? Okay, move on. Here, let's move to 289. example 3, and then you understand it. P of x is, let me give a baby example first. Consider okay. First question. This is factored form. Very good. So 1. Find all zeros. Before you answer, what's the degree of this polynomial?
5.
No.
Oh.
3.
No. What is the degree of this polynomial?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, 8.
11? No?
Eh?
Where did I get 11?
15?
Oh, sorry. I copied something. Yeah, sorry. Let me change it. But anyway, whatever. Your answer was not correct.
Oh.
10? Is it 10?
So we get to, so we
10.
get to.
Yes, 10. Oh, you understand it. I'm happy. So happy.
So we get to blank.
Yes, how to make this one? X cube is the highest one, x squared, and then x fifth, right? Good. So it's degree 10. How many zeros you should find?
10.
10.
my
Yes,
God.
yes. It's a factored form. What is your zeros easily?
1.
1, negative 2, negative
Right? It's only 3. Why? There is a multiplicity, right? Here.
Oh. I was about to say, if there's 10, that's not a baby example.
Multiplicity n is what? Eh? 3.
Lower on the
Three.
side.
3,
Yeah. What is multiplicity?
2,
Yeah. What is multiplicity?
5.
Yes. Yep. So what they mean that it is 1, 1, 1. Negative 2, negative 2. And then what? Negative 3, negative 3, negative 3, and 5 times. Yes? Good? Okay. Now. So that's the, you have to understand. This is with multiplicity. Now, let's go to this. Example. Three. First question, find all zeros. Anyway, at the beginning, what is common factor? What is
Three.
common factor?
3.
Only 3?
3x.
Yes, 3x, and then out. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
And then what is the remainder? Huh? What? X only?
Square.
Uh-huh. Isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, this one needed to break down more, right?
Yes.
Okay. You see in the college algebra again, see, in the one class, maybe I mentioned college algebra more than 50 times. How to factor out this? Here. Here. We have only 4 and 2. All your degree is what? Multiple of 2. Am I right?
Yes.
And then this one can be right by what? Am I right?
Here.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yep, good. And then this one looks like what? A squared plus 8a plus 16. This is what?
Quadrant. Oh.
Completing the square form. What is it?
general form. That's the general form.
Here, here. Yeah. A squared. How about this way? How about, yeah, 8a plus 16. How can you write down this? Completing the spiral.